Hey everybody, what is going on? Oh, do we have a project at hand here for today? Anybody's been watching the channel, I've been doing the videos and that, and saying that we're going to do a kitchen renovation, which we pretty much had planned, but like anything else, it kind of, it's always a work in motion because we got nothing written down yet. We're talking about the stairs. Since I built this place almost 7 years ago, the stairs have been here. The stairs initially started out here, coming down, and then I didn't like it. I think I explained last video. There was always dust and dirt on the bar. So I put them this way. This whole corner is almost useless right now. That cabinet's in under there, and I could smack my head on here. So anyways, I decided that I was going to move them and put them in the middle here and have them coming down this way, coming towards me from upstairs. And last week Cindy said, why don't you put them over here at the end? Move the bar over there, put the stairs at the end. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? The way this place is laid out right now, it seems a bit smaller, and it doesn't. It's a 10 by 10 room, but the way this bar sticks out here, to go around to the bedroom or whatever, you have to go out around that bar. And then if one of those bar stools is stuck out, well, then you really got to go around and end up tripping and they're in the couch, whatever. We're going to move the bar over to here, the middle of the wall. And this, by the way, this is only a temporary bad boy. I'm going to make a nice one out of a big slab. And I'm hoping someday I want a tree stump flipped upside down to use as the base to hold it. Kind of the whole thing, varicane it, pressure wash it, whatever. Anyways, we're going to hopefully today get this taken off. It's got to come out of here. These are going to all come apart. And this is the funny part. Now last week I just planned on, I'll just cut those treads down and all that. And I went to, we actually went to our local Home Hardware yesterday, got out of the truck, walked in, started walking around the store because I was going to buy 2 by 10, probably 12 foot to use as new stringers for the new stairs, because I'm not going to notch them. I'm going to put them in between and sandwich the stair and have a solid stringer, right? We just walked into Home Hardware and I started thinking to myself, holy crap, think about what you got home in your portable garage right now that your good buddy, Denny Loge, donated. So check these things out. This is gold, and I almost forgot I had these. Look at this. This is pine, live edge pine, that he gave me in the spring, that are 2 inches thick. There's 2 of them, all full of wormholes and everything. It's beautiful stuff. 14 inch by almost 2 inch and 10 or 11 foot. Well, I'm going to tell you, a big shout out. You don't know how much I appreciate these, man. Check this guy's channel out, guys. He's got a gold mine channel, and not a literal gold mine, but he's got an off-grid property he's developing. I'm going to put the link right up here so you guys can see it, because I do appreciate this pine. Anyway, we're going to start the day by disassembly, I guess. So we're going to start disassembling all this, I guess, get out my drill and all that. I think most of it I put together with screws. So that's the nice thing about it. If you want to help me, sweetie, and we'll get all this stuff off the bar. And again, this is kind of a milestone here today, because this is going to be quite a change. And the funny part, we didn't bring the cats this week because the cats are going to be freaked right out when they see this next week. So what the goal is to do here, again, these steps are coming out. The bar is coming out for now. And then right along the side here, these 2 big planks are going to be coming down this way, going up for the actual risers. The stringers are risers. No, the risers on the back is stringer. The stair stringers are going to be like a 14 inch wide. And I was thinking when I was bringing them over, I can cut them down to 8 inch. Why would I cut them narrower? Going to leave them full width. Great big rugged, hopefully going to get some live edge stair treads to put on them. And it's going to look sweet. But anyway, going to start to rip this all apart, I guess. All right, I got a couple screws under here. I don't think the lighting's real good. Sorry, guys. Are they a Phillips? No. No, they're square. So, just gotta find the hole right here. There it is. There it is. There it is. That should be not much more holes. No, must be one more in there. If I get it in the head, I'll know it. Oh, it's a couple of finish nails in here, is what it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get a little, rowdy with it and get that out of here. I'm gonna have to pop it sideways and get the finish nails to pull out. Like I got one screw down here holding it in the floor. There must be one on each side. Yeah, one on each side. Again, all just temporary stuff, right? 8 years ago, temporary. But it's worked, and we've used it, so. Alrighty, time. There's still 2 finish nails going into the wall under here. But they won't be for long. There they are, just like that. That was easy enough. Boys, is this ever going to look different? What a change this is going to be. Poor Fred and Daisy are going to lose their marbles. Come over and see this place. Those poor little kitties, they're not going to know what to do. That's all I did, and I installed that. It was, again, just a temporary thing until I can get a new bar made, and I've just never got to it. Few projects on the go, as you know, anybody that watches me knows. I don't sit around a lot. Anyway, getting this done. Look at this big weapon in here, another screw. Not even sure why that was in there. Anyway, bada boom, bada, like, look how, yeah. Is this ever going to change? This room is going to seem, well, wouldn't you know it, new ideas come with new problems, right? We tried putting this wooden ladder this way, and this is the way I was going to do it with my, just use it as a demo to show, right? When I get to here, I hit this beam. I'm hitting the floor joist. I hit the floor joist right up here. But Cindy had a really good idea. Again, the girl's full of them. She really is, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. Cut a big chunk out of the beam here. I'm not putting any weight up there. I could cut it down the width of my stairs. Could probably cut it down to the width of a 2x4 even, or less. Could even go less than that and put a small piece of angle iron up there if you really were afraid about weight, right? So it's an option. I can turn and go the other way here. And this way is the way we're thinking. Going to be interactive with you guys, I guess. This way would work, but here's the issue. Right over here, my little power port thing and all that. I'd have to move all that electrical. It's going to be right in the freaking way of that plank. I'd be putting that big 14-inch plank on the wall. Make it even harder to put together that way, because how can I screw from the back side into those stair treads, right? So it would be much easier to assemble it this way, and it's right out of the way to have it here. But even steeper than this. It's got to be steeper. I got to be a little bit farther than that with the planks, because I mean, I can go under that, but it's hard. But I can, if I have to, I can slide under, right? I'm aware of it, but if that was cut out, it wouldn't be any problem. Wouldn't be any problem. She's sitting there laughing at me. So what'd you think of that shot, guys? OnlyFans page starting next week. Basically, my next step is I have to go along, take all these stair treads off. I don't know how much of this you guys want to watch. Probably kind of boring, so I will, I think I'll update you guys after I have these stair treads taken off. Good. It says a little light on it too, eh? Lights up here. Shooting. We're not sure what it is. Those screws aren't very good. My wonderful assistant Cynthia. Time to come down, get the ladder, and then get these stair treads, these risers down, I guess. Try to pull out slightly on it. Yeah, it's right here, right? There she is. Last screw, guys. You got her? Alrighty, chicklet. Out the door you go. Out with the old. Out with the old. Careful. Okay. I am so afraid every time we open the door here that one of these freaking birds is going to fly right in here because we get so many feeders out front. But anyways, check this out, guys. What a difference in here already. Totally different room this kitchen has just turned into. Like, this is a different camp we're in. This is freaky, actually. Freaky. Because now I got to fix up the ceiling. Because when I cut off some of this plywood, I cut it flush, so I'm going to have to take my skill saw, go up and split the difference, cut her back like 3/4, all the way along up here, so I can accept another piece of 5/8, and I've got a piece of 5/8 in the garage so that I can fill this hole all in. But to start, I got to cut this end out. Over here you can see, this is a piece of drywall laying here, but this is actually still plywood. And my stairs are going up right under, and that light is going to have to move for sure. I will end up moving it over, and it'll center over the bar over here eventually. But for now, I'll probably just unhook it and tack it back here, because I don't think I have any wire here to join it. I took all that stuff home last week. So anyways, we're going to keep working away here. I like all the comments and suggestions you guys are giving us. It's pretty cool. Nice to have you guys all here watching our little escapades and adventures here at the cabin, but I wish you were here to understand this. What a difference having those stairs out of here now. What a difference in this room. It's like, here's this great big barn board wall I didn't even know we had before, right? What a difference. It's awesome. So now I have to go up. There's a couple more screws stuck in these. These were just scab 2x4 pieces I stuck in the wall. And I never did actually I never did fix it. And you look how bad it looks up here. It looks like hell. Got that all cleaned up. Next step is, we gotta get this, next step, we gotta get this piece of drywall out of the way here too. Not sure where we're gonna put that yet. Well there, Davey Dum Dum, I kind of get into what I was doing. I thought I was filming up here, I wasn't. Anyway, we're sitting upstairs. I got this all cut out here. I brought up my skill saw, went all the way along. So now there's an edge to put my plywood on. This side is already like that. And then over here, so now I can go get these big, beautiful, I can go get one of these big, beautiful slabs of pine, bring it in. We're going to stand it in place to get an idea where this is going to sit. This is going to look so good. What do you think of that for a piece of freaking lumber? Honest to God, eh? Isn't that nice? Wow. Denny Loge Outdoors. Check out this man's channel. This came off his sawmill this spring. Piece of pine. How do you say thank you? You know how nice this is going to look? Now what I have to do is get down at the bottom here and level her with the floor so I get her flat. but I'm gonna notch into it up top here quite a ways and sink them in a ways, because right now, see how far back it is? I don't want it back that far. I will notch it out. I'm gonna cut, I'll mark it off the wall, I'll cut up and over, and then we'll slide the whole thing in that way. How nice is this gonna look? What a freaking difference. And space-wise, I'm gonna get the second stringer over here, but I have to get the first one scribed out and marked out first. So I gotta bring the second one in anyway, because there's an up and a down to these, and I'm not sure if I have this one right, it might be upside down. So give me a minute to orient these. Check this out, guys, look at that. That's just a rough mock-up of the two of them here. Again, don't forget they're gonna sink into there. That's the way they're gonna sit. My OCD, I'm bad. Right here, this is angled that way just a bit. When I had it flipped around that they actually matched up, they were both angled one way. That drove me nuts. I'm that bad, that drove me nuts. So this one, you can see, is angled out that way. And you know what I'm gonna do to finish this off and make it even nicer? Once this is installed, I'm gonna get black iron pipe right on the outside here, put a railing all the way down. Probably started about here, 4 feet up, one run of those pipe mounts, bring her out, go up, I would say halfway, probably 4 feet, boop, put a mount there, a T, all the way to the top, and the top of these, I'm not cutting them off. I'm leaving those great big freaking beautiful chunks of slab wood up there. Gives you something to muckle onto when you want to grab a hold of it, right? All right, well, I need to mark the angle on the floor to get the thing started here, so I can cut this with my skill saw. So all I'm going to do is, I'm not fancy with, I can't even use a speed square, guys. I built the camp, but I can angle this where I want it, where it's going to sit on the floor. This is where it's going to be. I think so. You sure? Yep. Oh yeah, and if I have to change it like a tenth of a degree, I'm going to go even one more, because this is back cut over here. There we go. That'll cut her off nice. We get all kinds on the upper end. All right. That'll get us nice down on the floor. And then what I will do is, this is pretty easy too. You take a piece up here, and I'll put a piece like right here. If I mark that out like that, well, why won't it work, right? Works for the friggin', still got over half of it, or almost half, and that worked out perfect. That's all I gotta do, sweetie. Do that, and then we're gonna slide it in accordingly, right? To that much. It's gonna work perfect. Once I get one marked out here, but I gotta do the cut for the bottom first. So hang in there. I'm gonna take it outside and cut it right back. All right, guys, time to cut this off. My nice little trusty, and put your leg right against that. Yeah, my nice little trusty laser cheapy skill saw. Ah, man, I just kicked the breaker out on the generator, pushed it a little too hard. There you go, guys. I bound the saw up a bit there, and it ended up popping out the breaker on the generator. I had to fix it there. There we go. Well, that's better. Got that nice cut off. Look at that. All right, guys, I'm going to put this one in place, and I have to mark it again with a block up top. But now I know exactly where the base is going to sit, right? Look at that. Now she's got to be slid out some to get right on the floor where I want it to be. About there. It's about right. Okay. It's going to be perfect. It's not taking up a lot of room in the kitchen here either, right? They're going to be back. We already tried the breakfast bar affair over here. It's gonna be friggin' awesome. Man, this is gonna be so nice. What a difference. It already looks like strange in here. It doesn't look like the same cabin at all. Beautiful. All right, I gotta mark this top out. As I said, I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna go up there and make sure I'm flush with the floor. And I'm gonna take that 2x8 and hold it up in there. Gonna mark and mark down. Easiest way to do it, in my opinion. All right, guys, I gotta get it flush up here. I want to make sure I'm right flush with the floor, which I am. A little more right there. This is going to be very easy to do. Very easy. Seriously, if I cut that out and slide it over, that's all I gotta do. Whoops. What do you think? There's my mark. She's all marked out. Right? Only makes sense. You want to go that way. I just notch it out like that. So I'm gonna bring that down, cut that out. Hopefully I don't pop another breaker on the skill saw. All right, guys, it's time to put the bar back in place. I already put the little strip on the wall that's just kind of like a holder strip. We're going to sit her in place. My wonderful assistant Cindy's going to come over and hold it, and then I'm going to screw it in place. Right there. Is that good? Just don't let it come out from the wall, okay?
Okay.
Is that too close to the fridge?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
No, I'm not sure. I question her judgment, and I don't on this one normally, but we're going to put a bar stool here and see what this looks like, because I can probably move it this way a lot more. See, don't even need that much room there.
You can get 4 in.
Like that you can, yeah. Yeah.
Now put the other one on the other.
I guess if you sat there and not here, yeah. Sit in there. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Man. What a difference, eh? Yeah. What do you think of that, folks? What a freaking difference in this kitchen. Unbelievable. I'll put you guys at the door where we first come in. Just need to work on the lighting now because, yes, it's very dark over top of this. But what a difference, right? Take this out of here. I got to put a couple screws in that to hold it for now. And just a couple to stick it in the floor here. Piece of plywood, and we're done for the day. One of those jobs take a little longer than expected, and don't they always, right? Every single freaking time. So... a couple screws. Again, this is only a temporary thing I built. Definitely not going to be permanent. Definitely not going to be permanent in any way, shape, or form. It just works until we get... yeah, you can still get in the fridge here, no problem. Unfreaking believable, eh? It's like we're in a different cabin all of a sudden here. Very nice. May move this that way just a few inches. It might be too close here. I don't know yet. I think it's okay though, because you can move it that way a little bit, but that's a matter of taking about 1.5 minutes to do it, so not a big deal. Anyways, we're gonna kick back for a while and get some supper going in a bit, guys. I think she's making a chicken Alfredo, I believe, from some chicken we had. So anyways, we'll talk to you guys in a few minutes here. Well, there you go. My OCD ways. I had to move this over a bit, and not to be centered, but it was just too close over here, so I brought it over just a little closer to the stairway to heaven, is what I'm going to call this place. And again, this is just a temporary ladder. I hope nobody gets confused here until I get some actual stair treads to go on in the next week or two. Do that. And then I went out to cut my piece of plywood to fill this whole great big gap in up here. Well, it's 2 inches too narrow. That gap is 26.5. My plywood's only a half sheet, is 24 inch. I could have put a strip along a 2x4, and I don't want to be scabbing a piece onto my rafter to hold it right. It's going to look like hell. So get a new piece of plywood, I guess, for next week when we come over here. So, and again, I'm going to score some stair treads somewhere, hopefully something live edge, and it's going to look beautiful on here. Going to do probably the old 10-step program going up, and as you can see, again, here's Cindy getting some water. As you can see, it's going to look so rugged. It's going to be so beautiful. Totally change the look of this kitchen. It's a totally different kitchen to be in. Having that stairs off of the wall always brought that wall. It just made it seem so small. Now there's so much more depth here. The room looks so much bigger. Even got my lantern going. I love my lanterns. Something about an oil lamp in there. Something about an oil lamp, and the lighting is even way better over there. We're going to be able to film in here a lot better now. Way better lighting at that table over there. Well, Cindy's cooking corner here tonight. We have her preparing chicken for the chicken Alfredo. She's cutting up a bunch of chicken. This was one of the Costco pre-cooked, pre-roasted, or whatever you call it.
$7.99.
$7.99 Costco chicken. She pulled all the meat off, cutting her up now. Gonna go in a nice chicken Alfredo she's making for dinner. So.
And it's just Classico bottled Alfredo.
Yeah, Classico bottled Alfredo. I made rolls last night. I'll show you guys a quick pic of them. They come out absolutely perfect. Barbecued them. Here's what's left. Those two and these two. Look how nice did those come out, right? Look like something that were store-bought. They come out so good. I'll show you guys a picture of them again. And we did them on the barbecue this time. Didn't burn them at all. And took about, what, 45 minutes probably in there at about 400 degrees. So anyways, she's going to work on her Alfredo a bit here. Well, there you go, lads and ladies, boys and girls, and all that. We are going to sit down and have, this is a dill salad, dill pickle salad, and some of Cindy's wonderful Alfredo that she makes. This stuff is so good. I'm going to have a roll left over from last night. Sparky's Baking. Anyway, we're going to sit down here and enjoy our dinner. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Well, there you go, everybody. Sunday morning. We got to pack it up and get out of here soon. It rained all day yesterday. At least today the rain stopped, but we needed it so desperately. You can even see the brook even come up a little bit overnight. So chickadees going hardcore out here. I'll probably top up the feeders too before we leave. Again, anybody, this ladder is not permanent, obviously. That's just to get up and down until I get stair treads. They'll probably be 6 to 6.5 inches. I think it was 6.5, the rise I had before got me up there, the even measurement to work it out. So just a good rise. And I may, sometimes you'll see when they build really steep stairs at a place, they'll notch it. It'll have a notch on one side. The step will be cut back in some on every separate one. And I might do that with them, but I'm hoping to have something live edge, a real nice thick slab live edge. Stair tread on it and make it nice and rugged. I can go up and down there, but it's so awkward and it don't feel good in my knees because you're trying to step double that each time, right? Those things are, man, oh man, that's a 16-inch step anyway. It's almost 3 times what it will be once I get a real ladder on it. So I can go up and down. It's just not as easy as it used to be. This, I've been having a bit of an issue with this in my head, the way it makes the kitchen kind of small, but next week I'm going to cut about a foot off. I originally designed this to have 4 people sit here and eat, and you know what? It's only just the 2 of us, and the cats, well, that makes 4. Well, they don't need that much room. So, and if people want to come hang out or whatever, they can still sit at the end, but I'm going to cut a good foot off of this, probably about those placemats are, because I want a straight run in and out of the fridge. Right now, when you walk in, it seems so much bigger in here, but when you come in that way, you have to go around this, and I've already bumped this 2 or 3 times, stand in here and back up and hit my big old butt on it. So I'm going to cut about a foot off of this. And again, eventually it's going to be a nice chunk made out of a live edge. I wish I could get something that was wide enough to do the whole thing, like a 24-inch slab or something, but it's so hard to find a tree around here that's that big anymore, right? Anyways, and for next week, I need to get a piece of plywood. I don't know if I said earlier, but the piece I had to put up here is 1.5 inches too narrow. I think I did mention it. 2.5 inches. I need 26.5, and my piece is 24. So we got to bring back a sheet of 5/8 plywood next week. So and I'm going to hinge it. So I 2 or 3 hinges, so the whole piece will flip. So I can put a mattress up over top of here if I want. So I'm not restricting that, because eventually there's going to be a railing on the front here with balusters and all that on it, right? Anyways, again, enough rambling for Sunday morning. Cindy's just getting stuff wrapped up, and we're getting ready to pack up and get out of here. So hope you guys like the content. Stairway to Heaven, and next week or the week after, hopefully I'm going to score something for some steps. I've got one piece home, but it's not enough to make them all. So I'm going to have a look and see. You never know. I might be able to come up with something. But anyways, you guys like this and all that, like and subscribe and share this, because this is going to be pretty cool when these are built. And we're coming back with some black iron pipe to put some handrails on next week. Plywood, black iron pipe for sure. Live simply, remain grateful, guys. We'll talk to you soon.